deadliest aesthetic procedure ever performed, and despite several cost improvements.
Deadliest? Yo, what's good people? Today we're watching the BBL epidemic has gone too far. You know what? Yo, isn't me that just remembers these times, but do you remember the times when people would get like certain surgeries and stuff, like BBLs or whatnot, and they just say nah I didn't get it, and nah I didn't, I put on everything, bro, I don't have any surgeries, I'm all natural. Now it seems that's kind of disappeared. I can't lie, it's just yeah, I'll go BBL and what. But anyways, I don't have too much to say to you guys, so let's hop right into the reaction.
These BBLs killing y'all.
God damn.
And the thighs don't match.
17-year-old get $12,000 from.
My parents, those 12,000 was a sacrifice, I'm not gonna lie to you, cause
Yo, deep ass voice.
they saw that I needed it. At first I'm like, nah, I went to the gym, but then it's like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, that's a privilege, like why?
Yo, the legs don't bro. Listen, I don't mind, like, bro, looking, you. How do I put this? It's too far when the legs are looking like twigs, and then the back's just, you know, it's just, bro, this right here is crazy.
I'm not lying, like, I'm 17 years old. Who got a BBL at 17 years old? Nobody, so let me keep it a stack. My parents gifted me a BBL because I wanted it, I needed it, and that was that.
It's always funny to me.
Bro, damn, you know what? If I had... Actually, I was going to say if I had everything I wanted at 17, I'd be cooked. But I'm 18, so I can't even talk on that.
To see how things have shifted when it comes to people presenting their cosmetic surgeries to the world. I remember there was a time period when people would get BBLs, nose jobs, shoot, even get the colors of their eyes changed. And then they'll really...
Yeah, damn. I've seen people do that surgery. They've had like... bro, changing the color of your eyes is crazy work.
Stand in front of you and swear up and down that this is natural. That they somehow gained like 15 pounds of mass in a matter of months while still maintaining a flat stomach. And that their eyes was always this color, it just looks different under the sun. And of course the ringleader of this movement was Kim Kardashian. The progenitor of BBLs, the BBL mistress, the first BBL to ever BBL. Well, not really, but I think she had the most popular BBL ever.
People don't want to believe it. My butt is real.
No implant. This is
Shocker.
Kim.
Yeah, no implants because it was a fat transfer, buddy. So of course it's not gonna stand out in the x-ray. And sure, you can say whatever you want, but you can't explain this away. I hate when people try to disrespect my intelligence. But aside from disrespecting everyone's intelligence, these women who got these BBLs and started having...
Yeah, she 100% got a BBL. Yo, you ever seen a BBL gone wrong though? If I was a girl, I would not get a BBL just because, oh my days, yo. I'm not telling you guys to search this up, but you know, look, you know, just do your research on your own discretion. But BBLs gone wrong is a scary sight.
These crazy unrealistic bodies, literally having a Coke bottle shape, while at the same time claiming it was natural, set such an unrealistic bar for women that the rest of the female population who wasn't
I feel like that's the equivalent of when you see like roided up guys be like, yeah, I'm natural.
Born with a crazy banging body or didn't want to or afford to get a BBL felt like they were lacking. And this was especially true in younger women who are still forming their identity. With older women, they have more experience, they might be married, they're more grounded in their identity, they're probably at a point in life where they realize that not everything is about looks. But for a lot of young girls, their whole personality revolves around their looks. So when you have a lady like Kim Kardashian, and even worse, her younger sister Kylie Jenner, and I say worse because Kylie Jenner is closer in age to a lot of young women so they can relate to her more. When these celebrities, these figures who a lot of people view as idols, start flaunting their body because
not a good influence at all.
Because of their popularity, they start becoming the standard. So now for the everyday regular lady or young girl, seeing things like that literally made them develop insecurities.
And actually what happened was I kept on being around Wayne and them. And at that time, you know, Wayne, he always talking about big
Yeah, she went through she went through a crazy like transition. If you see her originally, it's like different person night and day.
booties, and or Wayne would have like a new chick in the studio every session. So it was always a new big booty.
Creative support.
I just was around them all the time, and I was like sister. I was like the little sister, and all I would hear them talking about is big butts. And I didn't feel complete or good enough, good as
She developed an insecurity.
as those girls, because I'm like, oh my God, you know, this is what you're supposed to look like in the rap culture, and I don't look like that. They said stuff sometimes jokingly, but to a young girl.
Yeah, I feel like though things are like a lot different now as well to when she started. Like, I'm not even trying to call her an auntie, but like it's a lot more, you know. There's everyone out there now. You get me? Like big butts, small butts, like within, you know, her sort of genre. But before, I feel like it was more like popular female artists were more of them were blowing up. You get what I'm trying to say.
Or up and coming rapper or anything like that. When it's from someone like,
that's what I'm saying. When it was someone up and coming, they had to, I feel like, you know, they had to be held to some sort of beauty standard. But now it's more inclusive. Now it's more like anyone can do it, really.
Lil Wayne, it matters, you know, like, so even if they're joking, they don't know that
Most jokes have a little bit of truth behind them.
the person that is there in that room with them is not finding it funny. Sometimes you'll say something in front of someone and you're thinking that they know they're pretty, or they know that they're smart, or they know that they're talented or whatever. But a lot of times you don't know how insecure a person is.
And I know some of you guys might say, okay, that's Nicki Minaj, she's a rapper, she's obviously not your typical girl. But we have cases where young girls who aren't even teenagers yet want to get surgery.
As someone who wanted a BBL at the age of 14.
14.
Yes, I said it, 14. They're getting the BBLs because y'all keep on saying, well, why they keep on getting them? Because they got...
It's even legal to get, it can't be legal to get a BBL at 14. Nah.
picked on. It's an insecurity. It is an I had it. I did. I still sometimes have it. Certain clothes I know I can't buy because I don't have a certain shape.
Brief intermission. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and
Yo, yeah, listen. You do your thing, man. You do your thing. Yo, shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him.
I wanted plastic boobs at 11. Mind you, she probably didn't even finish puberty at this point. And then another lady,
yeah, she probably only just started,
said, I decided not to get it again. You're so right, it's society. They make you feel bad for not looking like everyone else. So unrealistic bodies have become the standard now. And judging from this video and this lady's comment, it seems like a lot of women are having an internal battle with whether or not they should get surgery done, whether or not they want to remain natural and find confidence in their natural bodies. I think we as a society heavily underestimate how impressionable people are. That's why a couple years back you saw that shift to women starting to get BBLs. Because a lot of men started desiring that, and a lot of women wanted to attain that. Because yes, although they don't like to admit it, women do crave male validation sometimes. And it's not just a women thing, it's humans in general. And just like older women were getting influenced,
I feel like it's a lot more as well. You hear about a lot more on the internet than you do in real life, right? But like people are so heavily on the internet nowadays that it's so like, if you're seeing this all the time on the internet, you know, if you're, for example, an IG girl that posts all the time, like an IG baddie, and that's all you're hearing, you're thinking, you know what, that's the truth, right? That's the truth, you know, everyone's saying that's the truth. But like, you know, a lot of the things you hear online, you know, aren't that way in real life. Most things only exist online, you know, but like sometimes those kind of, that separation can get a bit blurry, you know.
pressured by society to have this perfect body. So were young girls. And that's how things like this came about. Young girls getting BBL sometimes before they even reached legal age.
Hey, best.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yo, how is it legal for them to get a BBL at 14? I thought you're not allowed to have surgeries until you're like 18 or something.
Please get ready with me while I talk about getting a BBL at 18 years old.
Yes, I got my whole body done at 18. Stay mad. Why are you getting a BBL and lip filler at 18?
You gotta understand, we live a totally different life.
I don't have kids.
When everybody confused why I got a BBL at 17.
You got it done when you were 17, so did your parents sign off?
Yeah, my mom did. We both actually got plastic surgery together. She got a facelift.
And aside from the societal pressure aspect, there's also women who just want to tap into pretty privilege because there's so many.
Yo, our mom, honestly, like, I'm not trying to be mean, innit, but like, you're letting your kids get surgery that early. Like, you know, as a parent, I feel like you should, it's kind of your job to, you know, try and steer them a bit clear of that.
Perks that come with it. And yes, BBLs definitely play into pretty privilege because some guys see buns and they lose all control. Everything else goes out the window and it doesn't matter anymore. The face, the personality.
Yeah, some of you gooners out there.
The fact that she has a lump on the side of her leg from this botched BBL. Yeah, none of that matters because her ass is fat. It's kind of like the idea of beer goggles where when people get intoxicated, they start seeing people as more attractive than they actually are. But in this case, replace the alcohol with the BBL.
I got my body done last year, and
your life changed?
Yeah, I could say that. Because before that,
change everything.
Everything changed.
Really?
The promoters want you to be on. It's like niggas on your body. It's
Starlets hired me. I was a bottle girl. You work at Starlets?
Yes.
So you know bartenders make more money than the bottle girl. So I was a bottle girl. But once I did my body, boom, I transferred to a bartender. That's why when a lot of people be like, why the fuck you got your body done? It's an investment to make money.
To make money and to like feel good about yourself.
So yes, the BBL definitely comes with its benefits, a confidence boost.
I'm not against it, you know. Ladies, if you want to get your BBL done, if you want to do this, you want to do that, it's your body, it's your choice, end of the day, you know. Like, I'm not mad at it.
More access to pretty privilege, but there are plenty of downsides that a lot of women, especially regular women, who are like strippers, bartenders.
I just want to say, just make sure to, you know, weigh the advantages and disadvantages, you know. If I was going to do something drastic like that, I wouldn't do it just, you know, off a limb, you get me? I'd write down all the pros, I'd write down the cons and see what works for me, right?
At clubs or live a fast lifestyle. Just don't consider. The BBL aesthetic attracts certain type of men. The rappers, the dope boys, the hood, street niggas. And sure, for a lady who works in the nightlife or lives a fast life, that might be the exact sort of attention she's looking for. But for regular women and girls, having that BBL aesthetic can attract them the wrong type of attention. A perfect example is Tatiana Chanel. She's a young girl who's now 19 years old, who due to her naturally curvy body and her outward presentation that heavily aligns itself with that BBL baddie aesthetic, she ended up attracting the attention of rapper Boss.
What? Yo, who the hell choked her? Jason Voorhees. Yo, goddamn. Yo. Nah, some men are sick.
Richie, who allegedly was in a relationship with her before she even turned legal age. And this picture was a result of an altercation between the two.
Before she was even legal. No words.
For the women who work in nightlife, getting a BBL might make sense just because of the opportunities and the amount of money that they're able to make. But for a regular, everyday woman, it makes no sense to take that risk. According to this article on the National Library of Medicine website,
BBL surgery has been the fastest growing aesthetic surgical procedure over the past decade. By 2017, the risk of death from pulmonary fat was identified, earning the BBL the highest mortality rate of any aesthetic surgical procedure.
And then we got another article, what makes Brazilian butt.
That's what I mean, like, there's dangers to it, there's risks at the end of the day, right? Imagine you're trying to go in, get BBL, you know, trying to get that big butt, and you pass. You know, nothing's worth risking your life, in my opinion. Life is precious, okay?
It's so deadly.
The BBL is known as the deadliest aesthetic procedure ever performed, and despite several costs to improve.
Deadliest? Yo, god damn, yo, I didn't know it was that bad.
Outcomes, recent data suggests mortality is only getting worse, especially in South Florida. Miami is home to a substantial proportion of the country's high-volume, low-cost clinics where U.S. patients flock for the procedure. Despite widely publicized deaths and changes in rules about performing the procedure in Florida, researchers say it's still causing harm. You have people from all over the states coming to Florida, and they have these complications, and unfortunately, they either have to receive hospital care or they perish. They analyzed 25 BBL deaths resulting from pulmonary fat embolism, where fat globules travel through the bloodstream and cut off circulation. Blocked pulmonary vessels can lead to respiratory failure and death. The Brazilian butt lift became popular over the past 2 decades, with procedures surging more than 800% over the last decade alone, from 7,000 to 61,000 in 2021, according to data from the American Society for Aesthetic Plastic Surgery.
And outside the danger of just getting
61,000 in a year. Oh my god, that's 61,000 people's lives lost to BBL. Yeah, that's not worth it, guys.
getting one of these body contouring procedures done, there's girls out here who are spamming them. So the way that BBLs, liposuctions, abdominal plasties, aka tummy tucks work, is that they either remove the fat completely from one part of your body and get rid of it, or they remove it and move it to a different part of your body. And in the case of a BBL, it's moved to your butt. But regardless of which one you do, they're all serious surgeries and they come with risks. So these girls will take the fat from their stomach and they'll put it in their butt, and instead of leading a healthy lifestyle after, they go back to the same eating habits. So they end up gaining the weight again.
I love to eat. Like, the mouth is the problem. Like, I'm real. There's a lot of girls that live in surgery rooms because they like to eat. I was eating and I was gaining weight. So I was the type that I would be like, I fuck, like, I could just get a lipo, like, I got bread. Tu me entiendes? Like, you feel me? I got money.
I
Like,
can't lie, that's not the way. Listen, when you get to that, there's nothing wrong with, you know, being an eater. I'm an eater, you get me? But, you know, I'd like to say, you know, I'm in decent shape. You get what I mean? I'm quite big on the end, but you know, I stay active in the gym as well. So it's like, you just gotta balance it, you know. Gotta balance your input with your output.
whatever. So I would go out to eat, get happy hours, get steak and lobster, get roof Chris, get this, that. I would volley, because I know that I got bread in my body then again. But the thing is that ignorantly, I'm saying, like, I'm just gaining weight. And I have this shape, but I'm gaining mad weight. Like, I have this shape and my shape is getting out of control. That's the problem. Like, I looked it beautiful, very nice. Like, but then gaining the weight made me look crazy. Cause when I looked at the video, when I got recorded, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, but I already knew also, like, prior to the video, I'm like, damn, I need to lose weight, cause I would feel myself getting heavy when I was walking places. My ass would feel weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I just be like, damn, like, like all this ass, you feel me? I'd be like, what the hell? Like,
and this next case might be even worse because this girl never needed any work done to her body. She was born with a naturally curvy body. But when her bad eating habits caught up to her, she went and got work done.
Looking like this, my first year, freshman year, bitch. All my girls that want to go get a BBL, go get a tummy tuck, go get that lipo 360, go get it. Don't let no bitch tell you shouldn't get shit.
Yeah, bitches, come with me to DR to go get my body done.
Yeah.
And even after getting her body done, she went right back to the same eating schedule that made her feel like she needed to get her body done.
Yeah, you see, that's the problem. Like, surgery isn't the answer, you know. Like, if you're eating and then you're like, I'm gaining weight, instead of going to the gym, you decide to have a surgery done, you're just gonna gain all the weight back.
To begin with.
Oh, look at that.
Oh! Oh, wait. Why is the chicken pink? Yo, that's raw. The chicken is raw. You're eating raw chicken. There is no way you're eating that is straight pink. No. Bro, nah.
Bro, look, that look.
That's pinker than your gloves, bro. That can't be. What did you do?
Raw, bro.
Dip it
That's what I'm saying.
in that gravy.
So she's obviously a
Yo, there's no way she didn't get salmonella from that. She 200% got salmonella from ingesting that.
mukbanger, but yeah, the stuff she eats is insane. She literally goes viral every other day for eating something crazy. One of the things that really shocked me while making this video was that transition where people were initially trying to hide the fact that they got their bodies done, and now they're not trying to hide it at all. Now it's become almost like a flex, especially—
Listen, let's rewind to the start of the video. What was I saying at the start of the video? See, our foes are nose.
if it looks natural, and it's hard to tell if you actually got work done, because there are a lot of BBLs that end up looking botched, or they just don't compliment the lady's figure. Like, not to be mean or anything, but when I see transformations like this, I just be thinking, bro, you could have got that just by going to the gym consistently, following a regular regimen, changing your diet.
Post-op. Like after.
On a regular regimen, changing your diet.
Maybe I missed something. I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm not gonna speak.
Like, this genuinely.
I feel like she. I don't want to say anything, but I feel like she kind of looks worse. Like, am I crazy for saying that? Like, yo, let me know if I'm crazy.
Makes me mad. So you mean to tell me you're risking your health, spending your money, your time to obtain this?
You risk your life to look like this, and you somehow look. Never mind.
Unnatural, subpar build, and now you got a bunch of marks on your stomach. This stuff is just so sad to see. We live in a world where people are literally shopping for new body parts like the character customization screen on a video game. I always wonder what nursery homes are gonna look like in 50 to 60 years from now. With all these people getting BBLs, these nose jobs, boob jobs. I just know.
Yo, you ain't even gonna tell which kid's whose anymore. Like, you're gonna be looking. Listen. The only thing with me is when it comes to surgeries, like, I don't mind, but like if it's face, like, let me know, right? Let me know before we have a kid, you know. So at least I know what the kid's gonna be coming out looking like.
That's gonna be an odd sight. It's gonna be so weird seeing a bunch of grannies just dragging these huge wagons, or like seeing a family coming to visit the nursery home and they all have these huge same noses, but the grandma or grandpa has this petite nose that just doesn't fit with the rest of the family. Good luck trying to lie your way out of that one, because you might alter your appearance, but you're not gonna alter those genetics. At some point, people are just gonna realize that you have to do the internal work and accept yourself for who you are, because getting that cosmetic surgery isn't gonna heal the wound inside. Take it from the girl who got body work done at 17.
I wind up being the most heavy set of my family. I never heard the end of it from my family. They were constantly following me around and saying, oh, like, if only you were a little bit skinnier, you would be so pretty. And my parents didn't really know what it was. I just told her I'll get skinnier. And she said, okay. She was right on the side with my bullies. She was standing right there. Like, she was probably leading the team. Yeah, it was just me.
I feel for her, for real. She was getting bullied by her own mom. That's sad.
For external validation, and ultimately it didn't really fix what was going on deep inside of me. I'm ignoring the core issue that I'm even sitting here and wanting external validation in the first place, instead of just being happy with what I have and understanding that everybody's different.
So if you are tiptoeing the line on whether or not you should get body work done, I hope
don't do it.
This video convinced you not to. And if you're struggling with insecurities, I hope one day you overcome those insecurities and you own that.
Or speak to someone, you know. If you need to speak to someone, find someone to speak to, you know.
Body that God gave you and own it proudly. But if my words didn't get through to you and you still decide to get that BBL surgery, don't go getting it in some shady underground location.
Don't do that. Don't risk your life, you know, just to save a buck, because, you know, obvious reasons. And I'd suggest don't make it look too outlandish. Make it, you know, a bit more subtle, you get me? Like, something you can play off. You don't want chicken legs with, like, me.
Go to a trusted, established facility that has a track record of good BBLs. Because the number of women who have died from shady BBL surgery.
Yeah, W video, bro. W video from 4D Shams. Yo, if you guys enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Yo, drop a like, drop a sub, you know, help support your boy. Anyways, I'm not gonna hold you guys too much. You make sure to like, yeah. You sure? Just double check that for me. But yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna hold you guys too much. Where am I? You definitely like though. Listen. I know who likes my videos, okay? I can see when you guys watch my videos and you don't like them, okay? Okay, good, sorted. I appreciate you, man, that have dropped a like. If you haven't, I've got my eye on you. I've got my eye on you guys. Anyways, I'm not gonna hold you guys. Peace out.